It's strange, isn't it? The faster the world moves, the more lost we seem to feel. We rush through mornings, skim through conversations, scroll through lives, and somehow still end the day wondering where all the time went. We've been taught that speed equals success, that hustle equals worth, that slowing down is a luxury reserved for the unambitious. But what if the opposite is true? What if the very thing we're avoiding, slowing down, is exactly what holds the clarity, peace, and power we're chasing? Slowing down is not about doing less. It's about doing what matters better. It's about replacing urgency with intention. When you slow down, you begin to notice things you've been blind to, the subtle patterns in your thoughts, the quiet signals from your body, the emotions you've been suppressing. Life stops being a blur and starts becoming a story again. Think about the last time you truly experienced something without distraction. Not just passing through it, but fully being there. Maybe it was a quiet evening, a meaningful conversation, or even a simple cup of tea enjoyed without your phone buzzing in the background. Those moments feel richer, don't they? More real. That's the power of slowing down. It brings you back to life. We often mistake busyness for productivity. But being busy is not the same as being effective. In fact, constant busyness is often a sign of avoidance. We fill our schedules so tightly that we don't have to face the uncomfortable questions. Am I on the right path? Am I doing what truly matters? Am I living or just existing? Slowing down creates space for these questions, and while they may feel unsettling at first, they are also the gateway to transformation. There's a certain courage required to slow down in a world that glorifies speed. It means stepping off the treadmill while everyone else is still running. It means choosing depth over noise, presence over performance. And yes, it can feel like you're falling behind. But here's the truth. Most people are not ahead, they're just moving faster in circles. When you slow down, your decisions improve. Instead of reacting impulsively, you begin to respond thoughtfully. You weigh your options, consider your values, and act with purpose. This doesn't just lead to better outcomes, it leads to a more aligned life. One where your actions reflect who you truly are, not just who you feel pressured to be. Your relationships also change when you slow down. You listen more. You understand more. You connect more deeply. In a world where attention is fragmented, giving someone your full presence is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer. And ironically, it's also one of the rarest. Slowing down also enhances creativity. When your mind is constantly occupied, there's no room for new ideas to emerge. But when you create space, through stillness, reflection, or even boredom, your mind begins to wander in meaningful ways. This is where breakthroughs happen. This is where innovation is born. There's also a profound connection between slowing down and mental well-being. Anxiety thrives in speed. It feeds on constant stimulation, endless to-do lists, and the pressure to keep up. But when you slow down, you disrupt that cycle. You give your nervous system a chance to reset. You allow yourself to breathe, to process, to simply be. And let's talk about time. We often say we don't have enough of it. But the truth is, it's not always about having more time. It's about experiencing time differently. When you're rushing, hours slip by unnoticed. But when you slow down, even a few minutes can feel expansive. You begin to reclaim your time, not by adding more to it, but by being more present within it. Slowing down also forces you to confront your priorities. When everything is moving fast, it's easy to say yes to everything. But when you slow down, you become more selective. You start to realize that not everything deserves your energy. That some opportunities are distractions in disguise. That saying no is not a loss. It's a form of self-respect. There's wisdom in recognizing that life is not a race to be won, but an experience to be lived. And experiences cannot be rushed. You can't fast forward through growth. You can't skip the process and expect the same depth of understanding. Slowing down allows you to fully engage with the journey, not just obsess over the destination. Of course, slowing down doesn't mean abandoning ambition. It doesn't mean becoming passive or complacent. It means being deliberate. It means moving with clarity instead of chaos. It means building a life that is not just successful on the outside, but meaningful on the inside. It also requires unlearning. We've been conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to our output, that rest is laziness, that stillness is stagnation. But these are illusions. Rest is not the opposite of productivity, it's a part of it. Stillness is not a lack of progress, it's where direction is found. Imagine living a life where you're not constantly rushing to the next thing, where you actually enjoy the process instead of just enduring it, where you feel in control of your time, your energy, and your attention. That life is not out of reach. It simply requires a shift in how you move through the world. Start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin with moments. Take a few minutes each day to pause, to breathe, to observe. Put your phone away during meals. Take a walk without headphones. Sit with your thoughts instead of escaping them. These small acts may seem insignificant, but they are powerful. They train your mind to slow down, to be present, to reconnect. Over time, these moments compound. They change how you think, how you feel, how you act. You become less reactive, more intentional. Less scattered, more focused. Less overwhelmed, more at peace. And perhaps the most beautiful part of slowing down is this: it brings you back to yourself. In the noise and speed of modern life, it's easy to lose touch with who you are. But when you slow down, you begin to hear your own voice again. You begin to understand your own needs, your own desires, your own truth. So maybe the real question is not how fast you can go, but how deeply you can live. Because in the end, it's not the speed of your life that will define you, but the quality of your presence within it. If this resonates with you, take this as your invitation. Not to stop moving, but to start moving with intention. Not to escape the world, but to engage with it more fully. Slow down, not because you have to, but because you deserve to experience life in its richest, fullest form. And if you found yourself nodding along, take a moment right now, yes, right now, to pause, breathe, and simply be. Because sometimes, the most powerful step forward is the one where you choose to slow down.